Hello, beautiful people. It's that time again, and that we do chit-chatting here on GBC News. Today, we are going to have an interesting discourse. We're looking at the laws of the game of football, soccer, and specifically why the introduction of the extra time and then the penalty shootouts and etc. I have a researcher, a soccer researcher in the house. I've known him for some time now. He's been in the system for a while now. Some time back, he petitioned FIFA to take a second look at some portions of the laws of the game, blah, blah, blah. So he's a friend of Seblata, the immediate past embattled FIFA president, and also Issa Hayatou, former CAF president, and some football administrators. He's known. He's in the person of Mr. John Amoah. Mr. John Amoah is in the house. So good to have you. And then Happy New Year.
The same to you, Theo.
Where have you been hiding?
Well, you know, life has been so. Sometimes you have to lie low a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm around and kicking.
Whoa. Now, today, you are here for a very, very specific mission. And for a lot of people, talking about the laws of the game, they say, okay, what is it about the laws of the game? Not long ago, early last year, we saw the Africa Cup of Nations. Then we went to the qualifiers for the World Cup. Then we went to the playoffs. Then after that, we saw the World Cup proper. Now we are watching Chan. Yes. So what it is about this game that you've spent time to be researching? What really do you want to find out? What really is about football, the game of soccer, that you feel that they should tweak it small, make it in a way? Tell us.
So you know what? FIFA's mantra always has been fair play. FIFA preaches fair play all the time. And so I am thinking that when it comes to football, fair play should be in place. And so if some of the rules and systems in the game are not played fairly, it pains me, let me so put it. So it pains me, and so I want everything in football to be fair. That is why I sometimes, let me say, challenge some of these rules, especially the extra time and the penalty shootout that is being used in world football. I think that thing should be made very effective, because at the moment, I think the extra time and the penalty shootouts, believe me, it's not any fair rule.
Why?
Not any fair.
What is okay for somebody who really hasn't come to terms with? Okay, why do we play extra time and why do we play penalties?
You see, we play extra time because of the deadlock situation of the regulation period. That is the 90 minutes. Okay. You see, with a 90 minutes game, okay, the game can produce 3 results. Okay, that is, you win, you lose, you draw. Fair with that. You see, and so if that 90 minutes game produces a result that is deadlock, that we want to solve, you see, and you travel into extra time, the extra time also should not end in deadlock. If the extra time ends in deadlock, then what are you about? And so that is the research work I have done to get the problem solved.
Okay, so it has taken you months, weeks,
so many. I think it's almost 40 years now.
You've been sitting down thinking.
Yes.
How can we? So, what really are the pointers? What really do you want to do? That when FIFA scraps the extra time, that when you play a game and it ends 0-0 or 1-1, and there is no winner, what do you do? What really is it?
Let me start from the very scratch of the whole thing. Okay. You see, in 1986, when the Mexico World Cup was being played, you see, I realized that 3 out of the 4 quarterfinal matches ended in penalties. 3 out of 4 quarterfinal matches. And then during the 1986 Mexico 86 World Cup as well, all the key players that we were enjoying in that World Cup, Hugo Sanchez of Mexico, those days, Hugo Sanchez of Mexico, Socrates of Brazil, Zico of Brazil, Michel Platini of France. they all missed their kicks during the penalty shootout. So I said to myself, if that is what is happening to the world football, then what are we about? If the key players, if the known players that we have to enjoy are missing their kicks, and then the unfancied ones are scoring, what system is that? And so we have to do something that should make, I mean, if a good player, that system should make you come out as a good player. And so it was there and then that I decided that when extra time is being played, the essence of the extra time is to get the winner. That is the essence of the extra time too. And so as soon as a winner emerges in the extra time, the game must end. That is why I came out with that system. That is which FIFA started calling it the golden, the silver, sudden death. And then I think they brought in the golden goal because they didn't want to connect football with anything about death, and so they brought the golden goal. And the golden goal was that whoever scores first in extra time becomes the winner of the match. And I think that was fair. I was thinking that was fair. When I sent FIFA that idea in 1986, in fact, the research, I got it published in the Graphic Sports, that is the Graphic Sports, in 1986 when I first sent the idea.
No, you hold it. So this newspaper was when
1986, November 1986.
Okay, so you hold it. My camera will zoom in to wait for people to see. 1986. Daily Graphic.
Daily Graphic, November 10.
November 10. So viewers will zoom in for you to see. And then the caption was that scrap the penalty shootout by John B.K. Amoah. And today, John B.K. Amoah is here. He's still holding that portion, that cutout of the newspaper. And he still believes that we should scrap the penalty.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So the game of football, you started by saying that there are three elements at the end of the day.
Yes.
Either one wins, one loses, or it's a draw.
Yeah.
When it is a draw, how do you want us to settle for the winner? If you don't want penalty shootout, if you don't want extra time.
Yes. In fact, that is why I introduced the golden goal into extra time.
But now it has been changed.
It has been changed because FIFA they are not the originators of the idea. I sent them the idea, they acknowledged receipt, and when they were implementing it, they didn't consult me. They started using it, and I told them that the way they are implementing it, if they don't perfect that system, it can't work, right? And because I'm the originator of the rule, FIFA started using it, and at some point they said no, the system wasn't good, and so they are stopping.
So what reason did they give you for the change from the golden rule?
Yes, what they said was that when a team scores first in extra time, you have to give the other team time to equalize. What sort of a reason is this? If you want to equalize, do all those things that you can do in the regulation period. When we come into extra time, all we are looking for is a winner. And so as soon as a winner emerges, that's all we are waiting for. And so when the extra time comes, a team scores, and then you are waiting for the other team to equalize. What sort of thing is this? That thing happened in the 90 minutes in the regulation time, and you want the solution, and you are still applying that same system. It doesn't work that way.
And so
I am thinking. You
feel that because the extra time will lead to another stalemate. They will go for penalties.
Yes.
And you feel that the penalties too, it is not good.
Penalties.
Why?
Penalties shouldn't come in at all. Penalties for what? Football is not a recreational thing that we should joke with now. Football is serious business now. When we are playing the World Cup, let me cite an example. Qatar, they spent $256 billion in staging this World Cup.
And then they had more than 250 billion in returns.
That's it. That's business for you.
And so if the beauty is to keep your suspense at a crescendo, okay, we'll go for the penalties. Even in the course of the penalties, there will be draw. They will still be playing till somebody loses. Then And you said you don't like that euphoria,
yes.
that tension, you don't like it.
No, that is why the penalty shootout shouldn't come in. As old as I am, if you put the ball 12 yards from the goal line, I can score. Messi can come and miss, and would that mean I know how to play football more than Messi? Messi can also score and I miss, and on that merit, you determine who wins the match? No. I'm saying completely the penalty shootout shouldn't come into world football at all. We want the teams to play the game on the field. Football is not about only penalties.
So let's say the 90 minutes, we didn't get a winner. You just proposed that, okay, let's play the golden rule.
Yes,
formally to a sudden death. You said yes. Because of dying, you don't want that connotation. Yeah. So golden rule.
So it's now the golden goal.
Golden goal.
Yes.
So you enter the extra time, 15 minutes. Then just before the 15 minutes, someone scores a goal. Then the referee says the tournament is over.
That's it. Yes. Because that is the ultimate thing we are looking for. Football is a 90-minute game. Theo, football is a 90-minute game. And so if we enter into extra time and we are looking for a winner, as soon as the winner emerges, that's it. Why do you have to wait for a team to equalize? Let me ask you this question. If I score you and the match doesn't end, and you say we are waiting for the team that is losing to equalize, the team leading can also score the second goal.
Yes, everybody can score.
The team losing.
And again, somebody gets gingered up when he knows that he's down. He needs to bounce back. He will bounce back. And so if indeed you've taken the lead, it's just like you rushing to the court with your case. It doesn't mean that the judges will rule in your favor if your case doesn't have merit.
But the judges' ruling will be very fair.
So we have instances where officiating officials find it difficult at the spur of the moment to issue out right instructions. And so if it happens that it's a controversial goal, extra time, said, oh, let it end. Why don't you give them the full opportunity? 15-15. Play your 15, you end. He scores you during extra time. After the 15-15, you are done and gone. Isn't it fair enough?
Football has always been a controversial game. Even within the 90 minutes, sometimes we have a whole lot of controversies. And so football is always a controversial game. And so the rule in the extra time should be that it should be fast and clear. Whenever a winner emerges, whenever a team scores first in extra time, we end the match. That's it.
Okay.
You know, let me tell you something. When I was preaching about this, people didn't take it easily. I started the thing in Ghana, and so when I was telling people when extra time is being played, whoever scores first must end the game, that thing was not taken easily. I went to GFA, and even the GFA, they told me at that time, some 40 years, I was a small boy, and so, now small boy will grasp it. I said, now, okay, you know, they didn't take it until FIFA said this is the system they are going to use, and everybody was saying, this idea is good.
You used to play football when you were a young man?
No.
You didn't play football?
No, I don't play football.
You just sit and enjoy. But it took you 3 decades plus, or let's say 4 decades, for you to sit like this, think, what can we do? And then the idea dropped in your oblongata.
Yes, that is my mind.
Your mind.
Good.
That's okay. And then you had communication with FIFA.
Yes.
And then one of the presidents, that's Blatter.
Yeah,
agreed. Started the implementation of that thing. And now it has been changed. Now there is another one there. Are you going to communicate with Infantino?
Yes, I have
to prompt to Infantino that I brought this up. This was the justification.
Yes.
Or what really do you want to do? Because Ghanaians are watching you. If you go on YouTube world right now, you see people who start commenting.
They should.
And then, so what really is the plan? You feel that health-wise, you have issues with it based on your research, exactly what is it?
Perfect.
You don't want the fun, you don't want the tension, the anxiety that comes with football.
Yes.
You don't want that one.
Football should be exciting always.
So the penalties will give you excitement. The extra time will give you excitement.
Excitement you talk about, when it is extra time, all that we see is that the whole players line up. They don't play, they line up, they hold each other, looking at one person to go and score.
Is the penalty.
Is that excitement?
Yes, you see, then somebody comes and stands, and then you look at the adrenaline that is flowing, you look at the facial expressions, you look at the demeanor of the goalkeeper, then you score, then go passes, then the ball goes out, and you don't like it.
That wouldn't be more exciting than playing the whole game on the field of play. In fact, FIFA, in implementing that rule, got the whole exercise wrong. I alerted them when they were coming to implement the golden goal. I informed them that even at the very beginning of the golden goal they implemented, when you are saying you are implementing the golden goal rule, no team should be given the chance to take the kickoff. But FIFA did that, that was very wrong. I'm trying, because I'm the originator of the system.
So how do you want it to start?
When it is golden goal, the ball must be dropped in between two persons in the center of the field. When it is golden goal.
So you don't want them to toss the coin anymore?
No. The tossing of the coin is for the choice of ends. Perfect.
But you toss the coin, the one that wins, you has the opportunity to choose the ends.
The toss of the coin is for the choice of ends. And so if you are implementing the golden goal rule, you don't have to give any team the chance to take the kickoff. Football is such that a team can take a kickoff and then he goes to score. And so if it is golden goal, what FIFA should have done was you drop the ball. You drop the ball in the center. That was even wrong. I implemented that rule, and so I know all the nitty-gritties of that system. And FIFA didn't consult me. They were using it, and they got the whole system wrong, and they say it's not working.
We are in 2023. The World Cup just ended. We are yet to really get the real technical reports from FIFA here and there. How do you intend getting Mr. Infantino, CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and the rest of the big guys running football, UEFA and everybody, to really understand this rule? How do you intend doing it?
I even wrote to Fatma Samora.
Yes,
before the World Cup, somewhere in September. You know, I'm a researcher, so I have a lot of documents. Before the World Cup, somewhere in September, August, I wrote to the General Secretary Fatma Samora that this penalty shootout would be a problem in the World Cup, and so they should invite me so that I go to study that system and give them the solution. And
did you get any response?
No, I didn't get any response.
But did she acknowledge receipt of?
No, he didn't even acknowledge receipt. But it was a registered letter I sent to them.
They are yet to really receive it.
I don't know if they didn't receive it, but all I wanted to tell them was that the penalty shootout was going to pose a problem for the World Cup, and so they should invite me to go and study the situation and give them the solution. And believe me, the World Cup, during this World Cup, we have 5 extra time matches, totaling 150 minutes of football, couldn't break any deadlock during this World Cup. And you are saying the system is good. 5 extra time matches couldn't break the deadlock. 150 minutes of football couldn't break the deadlock. And you are saying the system is we should bring out exciting systems. Something that, in fact, believe me, that is 5 out of the 5 matches couldn't break the deadlock. In fact, if they had implemented the golden goal rule, 2 of the 5 extra time matches produced goals. And so that would have mean that we had solved 2 out of the 5 problems. So what are you telling me? Extra time, penalties, extra time, penalty 5 in this modern world. When information technology, even if somebody is offside with 1 foot, we have a technology that can determine that this man's foot was there, and with this information technology world, you determine who wins the World Cup with a penalty kick, 1 kick, then you become the world champion. An exercise that I can involve, I can play, but football is not. It's business, Ask the club owners. They spend a lot. As Alaji Grinsani will tell you how much he spends on football. It's a serious matter. In this modern world, football is not for jokes.
Okay.
Right.
How time runs fast. So what is this? Is it banned?
This one. You see, the safety of the players is paramount. The safety of the players is very, very paramount. Okay. And in soccer, what I've realized is that even the corner flag where the players don't struggle, we have this safety corner flag. The corner flag can fall and then come back by itself. But in football, in this modern football, where the players struggle every time, players struggle there in search of goals. You see, players struggle there as if, excuse me to say, they are mad in search of goals. And we have this dangerous equipment there, the goal post. You know, first it was raw metal like this, and it's even still raw metal like this. And FIFA want to correct it. They are now using fiberglass, and fiberglass is as hard as metal. As a scientist, they will tell you, fiberglass is as hard as metal.
So what is your proposal?
Yes, my proposal is this. This is my proposal. The goal must be padded. The goal must be padded. The goal post must be padded. Protective goal post. In fact, when Blatter came here, I gave him a copy of this, and he told me, in fact, Blatter enjoyed me the day we met, because I was talking to him like I'm doing now, and Blatter really enjoyed me. And so he even requested that one of his assistants should take the photograph that I've earlier shown you, you know. And so the goalpost should be a safety equipment like this. Okay. You know, for the safety of the players.
When will you get time and then introduce this to officials of the GFA, and let's see if we can start from the small place like the Ghana Premier League, and then gradually enter into the African market, and then to CAF, and then.
That is what I want. I want support. But
so right now, look into the cameras and talk to Keto Kriku.
In fact, there's no president of There's no president of GFA I have not encountered. Okay. Yes, they see me, and believe me, the problem I'm facing is that when they see you and you don't have that big name, sometimes it's a problem. I have so many things to do, but so I'm pleading with them. They should take me, sometimes seriously. Okay. This Prosper Harrison,
lawyer, Prosper, General Secretary of Ghana. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Have you seen him? Have you met him?
I've not met him personally, but I WhatsApp with him, and I'm seeing that from his responses. I'm seeing that he is somebody very.
So he's watching us.
Yes, Prosper. Yes.
When he gets time, because you see, General Secretary of GFA pressure. He walks around and he will get time for you. I guess the day he gets time for you, you have a lovely tete-a-tete, and then you come down and then you help put Ghana football first before the rest will come.
Yeah. Because I feel that this is a problem that Ghana should turn for the whole world to follow. That is what I want. We don't always have to sit down for them to initiate things for us to follow. I want Ghana to solve the deadlock problem in world soccer, for the whole world to follow what we have done.
Okay, viewers, so that has been Mr. Passionate John Amoah. He's a soccer researcher. He has been in the system for a while now. Look, he has done a research. 40 years, he's still thinking how to help the game of football to really be enjoyed by all. And so if you side with him or you still don't get him, you try and then get in touch with Mr. John Amoah, and then he'll talk more, and then you share ideas. At the end of the day, we will win. Time runs fast, and so as for the page, I get you those who matter, those who stimulate your thinking and urge you to do something. And so he's doing soccer. I guess you're also there doing other things or thinking about these things. Let's see how it goes. At the end of the day, when football becomes better, everybody will enjoy. The page returns same time tomorrow. Keep watching GBC News. Bye for now.